In case you missed it, last month, Google Threat Intelligence announced that several Salesforce customers have experienced data breaches recently. Hackers stole large amounts of data by tricking employees of companies into installing a modified version of the Data Loader app. Before we go any further, we want to stress that Google Threat Intelligence made it very clear that this exploit was not carried out because of any specific flaw or fault in Salesforce's technologies. Now you might be wondering, it's been a month since the issue got resolved, why does it matter anymore? Well, even if you've not fallen victim to the original attacks, you may not yet be out of the woods. While the original report from Google Threat Intelligence, or GTI, highlights a number of these attacks as having happened recently, one aspect of the attack should have every Salesforce practitioner on edge, that the installation of the fake malicious connected app sometimes took place months before it was used to exfiltrate data. This implies that there is a real possibility that some Salesforce orgs still have the malicious app installed and are vulnerable to this attack. Not news that anyone wants to hear. This being the case, now would be a good time for Salesforce admins and org owners to take defensive action. And we're here to provide you with some tips on how you can do just that. And if you're not subscribed, and 86% of you aren't, then be sure to do that now in order to not miss out on other content like this. Step 1, audit your connected apps. Connected apps handle the links between your org and other systems or apps. Over time, your org might have built up a large number of these. Every mobile app, web app, or OAuth integration creates its own connected app. That's expected, but as the list grows, it gets easier for an unused or unwanted app to blend in with the ones that you actually rely on. Generally, it's good to understand the nature of what's been integrated into your org. To see this list, you can go to Setup, Apps, App Manager, then click on the app type header to sort the apps by type. Look for the group of apps listed as connected. Now this is where you'll need to do a little bit of detective work. What's the history of the org? Do connected app names line up with partners or integrations you recognize? Given the timelines offered by GTI, suspicious apps are most likely to have been added in the past year, which can help you narrow things down too. Either way, it's worth taking the time to review and make note of every connected app in your org to be sure everything in there belongs. You can remove a connected app or just revoke its refresh token, but be careful and make sure you know what effect that'll have. Removing a connected app will shut down the integration it supports, and if it's one you rely on, it could break something important. If you're unsure, it's always best to get a second opinion. Salesforce recently moved some integration settings into a new metadata type called External Client Apps. Since it's new, there probably won't be many of them yet, but it's still a good idea to include them in your audit as well. Number 2, review the readiness, mitigation, and hardening advice. Salesforce orgs come with strong security features, but once changes are made, new risks can appear. A March 2025 blog post and recent report from Salesforce Security highlights key steps every org can take to reduce risk, strengthen defenses, and stay prepared for potential threats. Follow the principle of least privilege and always ensure that users only access objects, fields, and records that they're supposed to. Letting everyone access everything is easy, but it creates a greater risk of exposing sensitive data. Manage access to connected applications rigorously. The exploit appears to have targeted Salesforce admins and users with elevated permissions, so it's a good time to review who has access. Setting up governance for approving new connected apps can also help reduce the likelihood of future breaches. Enforce IP-based restrictions. Setting up a company-wide VPN and enforcing restrictions on IP addresses is a great way to restrict unauthorized access. You can also set this up for connected apps too. Audit and mitigate with paid features and partner solutions. Salesforce Shield costs extra, but the added security can be worth it. Transaction policies help flag or block risky activity, and event monitoring gives deeper insight into org usage. There are also many AppExchange partner tools that can help audit permissions and metadata to strengthen your security. Identify security contacts. While only available to Signature and Premier, if you are in this tier, you can nominate security contact persons. In this case, in the event of a known threat, Salesforce will proactively communicate with such contacts. I was chatting to a former colleague at Salesforce, and the question came up about whether the admins of these systems were to blame. It's tempting to look for someone to blame, isn't it? But I'm here to tell you, don't do that. Over and over again, blaming the victim creates negative incentives that reduce transparency and make it less likely that an employee may report when they've been the immediate victim of an attack. In fact, Salesforce has one of the most comprehensive ongoing security training programs for its employees. This can account for the very low rate of breaches. Salesforce customers should take note of this example. Security training should include training in security technology and best practices, but also how to be aware of and avoid social engineering attacks. Every employee has the potential to be the strongest or weakest point in your security posture. Leadership should be an example and create programs that encourage and reward the security training of their employees, especially those in charge of critical systems like Salesforce admins, who themselves should be proactive in seeking out security training. Finally, admins also have the opportunity to teach and foster good security practices among their user base. Before we go any further, it's safe to say that we know it can be difficult to notify key employees about a security breach, especially over email, and that's where this video sponsor Mowgli comes in. Struggling to get the people you need through email, especially over something serious? Try texting. With an average 90% open rate, SMS outperforms email. Using Mowgli, a powerful SMS tool, you can send and receive SMS and WhatsApp messages directly from Salesforce. You'll be well supported too. Their support and implementation teams are 100% US-based and all well-versed in Salesforce. Find out why organizations that use Salesforce trust Mowgli with all their SMS and WhatsApp needs today at www.salesforcebend.com/SMS, which will be linked at the top of the description. Back to the video. So we've learned how admins and businesses can do their part. Can Salesforce help at all? It's not totally clear how the compromise happened. Aside from an earlier blog post, Salesforce hasn't commented directly on the threat report. While the platform has solid security features, this exploit raises the question of whether more could be done on their end. Connected apps that pass the AppExchange security review are generally safe. But anyone can build a connected app, so anything outside of the official partner network should be treated with caution. Could Salesforce introduce a way for customers to flag suspicious connected apps back to Salesforce? If one turns out to be compromised, could they identify all orgs using it, notify them, or even block future installs? Look, security is a never-ending game of technology whack-a-mole. The old adage applies that the defender, every Salesforce customer in this case, has to get it right every time. The hacker needs to get it right only once. But even if this exploit wasn't due to any Salesforce flaw, you'd hope that they're looking at ways to stay ahead of similar future threats. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be that you should not consider yourself out of the woods yet. The GTI report makes it clear that there is a non-zero probability of there still being compromised orgs. How do you want to find out if that's yours? If you're responsible for your Salesforce org, and especially if your company fits the profile of the known targeted victims, large multinational companies, you should be well advised to take steps now and reassure yourself of your org's security.